Alright, y'all, we got something a little bit older, but just as classic and just as beautiful. 1957 Chevy Bel Air. This thing is nice, so stay tuned. We'll take you all around her, do the test drive, get her up on the rack. Getting into it, as you can see, she is finished in a beautiful silver metallic paint. Paint is in pretty good condition. I'll probably give it about an 8.5, maybe even a 9. We'll go around it though, just to check it out. Starting with the front, moving along. Like I said, this paint shows very well. All the trim is intact where it should be. No crazy body defects, no dents or anything that I need to point out. So we'll check it out though. Like I said, we'll keep going. First, pointing out the windshield. Windshield is in great shape. We have no cracks, no rock chips or anything. Vent window is in good shape as well, and then all of the rails going around, the trim solid. Let me grab a roof. So I said, as you can see with the lights hitting it very well, this paint does show solid. Checking out the rear quarter on down, she appears pretty straight. No dents or anything to point out. Again, no deep scratches. Checking out the trunk area with the rear window first. We had a couple little scratches on the windshield, on the glass. That's normal, again, for a 70-year-old car. But no cracks, no rock chips. Paint is pretty solid. We got a little tiny bit of rubbing here from the trunk itself, opening and closing, but nothing too crazy. Bumper's in pretty good shape. No rust to really point out. Got a little tiny bit of a dent here that we'll see more once it's actually on the rack, but nothing that you can really notice. Like I said, the chrome looks pretty good. Looking down the driver's side, again, no big dents. She looks pretty straight. Making sure I try to get all the trim and all the chrome intact. It's a very, very nice exterior for sure. Nothing really to point out. Again, the glass is solid. Checking out the hood itself. No issues here, no rock chips, no crazy dents or anything on the hood. Gotta love the details on these cars. Checking out the front. Again, the chrome looks pretty solid. We got a couple little love marks here and there, but no pitting or rust to really point out. So that's definitely a positive with the amount of chrome on the front. Beautiful car. Let me grab the keys. We can check out the trunk and pop the hood. Clean car. We do got power brakes. Everything is pretty clean underneath. No AC in the car. I believe it's a 265, might possibly be a 283, but I can tell that it's a original block, early block. So relatively clean underneath. Well maintained. Let this down. Go ahead and check out the trunk. Trunk is in good condition. Got a car cover, and then we got the original spare tire just sitting there with the jack and the instructions. So OG trunk, seems to be all original coating and everything. Pretty clean. We'll check out the rest once it's on the rack and get underneath it. Getting in the interior is pretty cool as well. We got a gray and black scheme going on in here. Seats are in good condition, no rips or tears to point out. Seats are manual, door panels are solid, speakers in the rear. Headliner's pretty solid, no sagging to really point out. And the front seats look like good condition as well, no rips or tears. A little bit of stains in here, obviously again 70-year-old car. Driver's side door panel, no issues there to talk about. And the jams look pretty good. Obviously with the repaint, that's probably, you know, they went over everything. So pretty solid. And we got new carpet in the car. Again, I can always tell when there's new black carpet just because of how shiny and the sheen in the black. So at some point in time, this carpet was replaced recently. So good carpet. Dash reads 18,703. We'll check to see what's working, obviously, when we do the test drive. But the dash is in good condition, no cracks, no nothing warped or anything like that. So we'll check that out. Let's go ahead and do the passenger side. More of the same. Again, no rips or tears in the seat, and carpet is perfect. And passenger door panel, no issues there either. So we're gonna go ahead and get ready on the test drive. We'll go ahead and get started on the test drive on the Bel Air. Fire right up. Go ahead and let her get warmed up. No horn. Left turn signal, right turn signal. Lights are on. I can see them off the garage. Nothing in the dash. The odometer reads 18,704. Not sure if the gas fuel is, if the fuel reading is accurate. Let's see. No wipers. Wipers are not working. Radio works surprisingly. I know no AC, but the fan is blowing. Everything else is manual, so nothing to check there. Go ahead. There we go. Man, this steering wheel, it'd take forever to turn this all the way around. I do think the carb needs to be tuned on here. We'll check that out when we get back. It's a little tiny bit of sputtering when I'm giving it gas, but we'll check it out and see. Speedometer is coming up. It's got me doing about 25, which is close to accurate. Brakes are a little bit soft, but they're working with zero issues there. I didn't have to push down hard or anything, but it's got a little bit of travel for sure. Hands off. Steering wheel is, let me see. Could use a little alignment for sure. Pulling a little bit to the left, it would seem. Again, like this steering wheel crazy, like this big, it's got to be like 16. It's just crazy the amount of turns it take. It's literally my shoulder width. We'll go ahead and let these cars go that's coming up. Again, turn signal on, and then all of that, and they turning and they got their turn signals on. Man, let's go ahead and give it a little throttle and see. accurate when it's going up, when I'm giving it gas, and I'm not doing 50. I'm probably closer to about 30, 35. As far as ride quality, suspension is decent. I'm not bouncing all over the place, and surprised I don't hear anything like rattling or anything like that. The windows are all the way down. They're not rattling inside the doors. The shifts have been decently smooth. Like I said, the throttle response is decent. This is a very small motor, you know, for this day and age. So I think personally at this price, this is the ideal candidate for a swap, honestly. Like this car is screaming for a LS swap, or you can just drop a 350 and be happy. But I think this is a perfect candidate for an LS to go ahead and build it all the way out and get your money's worth. Gonna hit our little dip that we normally hit. No bottoming out on anything. Suspension is solid. So we're gonna go ahead, get her back. I'll get her on the rack, and we'll, like I said, show the floors and everything else. One thing that I did want to add in, I just got through with the test drive, and as I was parking it to move some cars around, I noticed that there is a little blow by, definitely up in the front. So just be aware of that. Again, I do think this motor needs a little bit of work, but just wanted the buyer to be aware of that. All right, so we got the Bel Air up on the rack, starting with the rear bumper. Again, bumper looks pretty good. No real big crazy issues. Getting underneath, starting with the frame extensions, looking at the trunk pans. Looks pretty solid. We got some surface rust, nothing too crazy to write home about. Gas tank is solid, just came off the test drive. No signs of leaks or anything. Spare tire wheel looks solid. Obviously everything is stock back here as far as the suspension is concerned. Moving further up, looks like the floor pans were replaced. So somebody did replace the floor pans, and they just dropped them in on the inside. They didn't actually cut and weld them, so they dropped new ones in and then sealed around them. So that's why we said this car does need floors. Obviously these are solid, so the pans that they put in are good, but they didn't cut and weld them how you would normally expect to see underneath. So that's going to be your real issue. Down the passenger side is pretty solid as far as the pans are concerned. Got a little bit of rust in the braces. Again, that's why we said you know, definitely gonna need some pans. And then while you're doing the pans, you'll probably go ahead and go through some of those braces as well. But again, you can see this is a whole new pan, half of the car, but they didn't weld it in. They just cut it out and dropped it in and sealed it. No signs of any leak from the oil or trans pan after the test drive. We do have upgraded disc brakes up in the front, so that's been swapped. It's got single pistons. That's from the water. Everything looks pretty decent up here. Nothing to write home about. Front bumper, same. Like I said, it's in good condition. No crazy dents, no crazy amounts of rust or anything. Definitely driver's quality. Coming down the passenger side, wheel wells look good. Do have new Cooper tires all the way around. All 4 tires match and they're all new. Checking out underneath, chrome looks pretty solid. Got a little bit of rust here on the body. They got ate up and then they sprayed it. Let's get over to the driver's side. The rear quarter panel looks pretty solid. We got a little bit of cracking right here underneath. And this wheel well looks solid as well. All right, you interested in this 57 Bel Air? Make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on Instagram and the website. As always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe below.